Hey, you guys, round two this morning. I had to come back on. Earlier, I talked about Rosh Hashanah and how tonight at sunset is the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year, and how significant this season and this time is. I wanted to take a minute and come on and talk to you guys now about a vision that God gave me. God gives us visions, right? And we don't always understand why it doesn't manifest in a certain way at a certain time. And since this is Rosh Hashanah, and Rosh Hashanah is the beginning of the new year, and it is a time to get new plans from God, to get clarity and divine strategies, I wanted to talk about a plan that God gave me, a vision that God gave me. So in 2016, God put a mandate on me to start a school of entrepreneurship, a private school. Initially, it was going to be grades 5 through 8. It ended up being 5 through 12 initially when we got started. But God said, I need you to raise up a generation of wealthy entrepreneurs. How many of you out there are entrepreneurs? If you're an entrepreneur, I want you to just drop me in the comments, put me in the comments if you're an entrepreneur. So I want to talk about the difference in our entrepreneurship. So if you're an entrepreneur, put me in the comments. Put me in the comments. I want to talk to you, and then I want to talk to our future. Put me in the comments. Okay. Shout out to the entrepreneurs. So this is the deal, right? For most of us who are entrepreneurs, we didn't start out being wealthy entrepreneurs, and we're not necessarily wealthy entrepreneurs now, not in the natural sense of wealth, right? The manifestation may not have occurred. We're wealthy. It's there. We know that that's our portion, but it hasn't necessarily shown up in our bank accounts yet, right? So what God did was he told me that I am to raise a generation of wealthy entrepreneurs. I want you to think about it. For most people, what is it that prevents them from really going full blown in their entrepreneurship? What is it? Yep, exactly right. Money. They don't have the money they need for what they want to do. They still have to work a full-time job while they're doing what they're doing and building their business. So, oh my goodness, why can I not think of the man's name? Jesus. Woo! Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn said it like this. Jim Rohn said, I work full-time on my job and part-time on my fortune. Hey, Rashad. Hey, cousin. And the thing is that that's many of our stories. We work full-time on our job and part-time on our fortune. Listen, but can I share something with you? Y'all, I'm sweaty and I'm itchy. The reality is there are more ways to build wealth. This is the problem, though. We don't know. We're not aware. We're afraid to try. We're afraid to learn. We don't think we can do it. And I can remember my introduction to Forex, right? I can remember, because I'd always had in my mind, I want to learn Forex. I want to trade Forex. I would love for the kids to learn how to operate in the Forex space, the trading space, the stock market space. I wanted them to be financially savvy. I wanted them to have access to all of these financial tools, right? And I was introduced to a company that had a trading education platform. That was my introduction to Forex on a larger scale. And I began to trade, and I began to teach the kids how to trade. Can you imagine this, right? 6th graders trading Forex. And I watched them learn. I watched them make money in their demo accounts. I watched them feel empowered. I watched them make boss moves in their trading. I watched them start learning some discipline. I watched them do all that. Fast forward, I have another generation of students, and I'm teaching them to trade, and I tell them, hey, I want you guys to write a song about trading. And so what they did was they took the principles and the indicators that I taught them about, and they wrote a song about trading. They called it Traders Way, W-A-E, since we're the way. Traders Way, for traders, you know that's brokerage, right? And so here they are, and they made a decision that they were going to write a song about trading. And I listened to the song the other day because I kind of walked away from trading because I had a really bad experience. And there are two things that I want you guys to take away from this, right? I had a really bad experience. It really kind of traumatized me. It takes a lot to traumatize me, first of all. Let me say that. I'm not weak. I'm not soft. But this particular thing really cut me deep. And it cut me so deep that, you know, it was a lot. It was a lot. So anyway, this is the thing I want you to get from this. I allowed someone else, their actions, their words, their stuff, to prevent me from moving in an area where I know that I've been graced to move, where I know that I have a unique gift and ability to teach and to educate. See, when you can teach a fifth grader how to do something, you can teach anybody. Like, that's really the truth, right? And so I found myself in a place where I was not tapping into a realm that God gave me to tap into. And I didn't do it because I was hurt. Why am I telling you guys this? I want y'all to understand that sometimes we allow our emotions to interfere with our destiny. We allow our emotions to delay what God is doing in our lives. And we don't have to, and we shouldn't. You know, everything that happened in that situation worked for my good. Everything that happened in that situation allowed me to tap into a part of myself that I had not tapped into before. It required me to grow in some ways that I needed to grow. See, it really came for my good. See, the enemy will always think he's sending something to take you out when really he's sending it to make you bulletproof. All you got to do is go through it, make it through it, get on the other side of it. And so on the other side, right, on the other side, you know, I hadn't really traded for a while. You know, I was like, I'm going to start trading again. But then fear, doubt began to arise. Well, what if? What if I really can't trade? What if I really don't know this? What if I really don't get this? Y'all, listen, let me tell you something. When you learn a skill set, it doesn't matter how long it's been since you've done it, it comes back. So I said, hey, it's time for me to get these kids back to trading. I'm ready for them to tap into that realm. This is a new generation of kids, and I want them to experience what the other kids experienced. And it started with me simply playing the song. I put the song up, Trader's Way, and the kids are singing, and I'm listening to it, and I'm reminded of what it feels like getting up early in the morning and trading. I'm reminded of what it feels like to encourage people and educate them and teach them what a pip is and how to calculate pips and how to make decisions and read charts and all this stuff that, like, to other people is overwhelming and frightening, but to me is exhilarating. Like, I love it. So it's been like a part of me has been lying dormant, right? For a couple of years now, it's been lying dormant. I hadn't really tapped into it. I just kind of pulled back, and I just said, okay, I just am going to wait. But can I share with you all? Something happened to me when I listened to that song. It reminded me that I really taught these kids these principles, these concepts, and skill sets that they can use for a lifetime. My kids are not overwhelmed when someone talks about trading or Forex or cryptocurrency or stocks or any of that stuff. It doesn't overwhelm them. In fact, you know, they can talk, you know, Forex with some of the best of them, right? And they won't be lost. They won't be intimidated. You know what? I raised a generation of warriors. That's what I can honestly say. And that was my goal, was to raise warriors. And so as we've been back in the trading space at school, and I've been educating a new group, and then I have my son who has been with me from the beginning, and I ask a question and he knows the answer, I'm encouraged. And, you know, when I listened to the song and they were singing, and the chorus says, MACD, RSI, stochastic. You know, listen, I asked them, what is the RSI? My son said, it's an oscillator. What? Do y'all hear me? My baby said the RSI is a what? Oscillator. Now, some of you don't know what that means, but can I tell you that my 10th grader understands? He understands the different types of indicators. You know, he understands what to look for. I was listening to the song, and they said, buy under 30, sell over 70, or buy like back at 30, sell at 70, right? Because I keep it 100. Now listen, they know that when they look at the RSI, when the RSI is at 30, that means that the market is getting ready to turn around and they need to go into a buy. They know that when the RSI hits 70, that they need to be looking for the market to turn because it's going to be a sell, right? These kids are now in a position where they can tap into over a $6 trillion industry. And it's because I allowed what God put in me. I allowed what God put in me, a desire, a dream, a vision, to manifest. And then I picked it back up. Listen, these kids, they're so cold with it. If you guys have not heard the song, you got to go to SoundCloud and look up Traders Way. Traders Way, W-A-E, Traders Way. Look up The Way Tampa, W-A-E, Tampa, and you'll see their songs, right? These kids are so cold with it. They listen, when they talk about trading, like, it is incredible. It's exhilarating. And I'm like, these kids know what they are talking about. And listen, they know because they studied with me. Y'all listen, I am in a position where I get the opportunity to raise not just the next generation of entrepreneurs, but the next generations of wealthy entrepreneurs, where money is not going to be their issue. I can help them learn the discipline that's needed when you trade. I can help them to learn how to make sound decisions, develop their trading plan, how to operate with a level of integrity for yourself, right? For yourself. It's not about other people, it's about for yourself, right? That holds you accountable to accomplish the goals that you set. So, we're trading, and I love it. I love Rashard being back in the space. You know, I didn't realize how much I had missed it until I got back in. And then to be able to look at the market and put my trades in and have my trades hit. What I say? Hit. What I say? Let me say it one more time. Hit. Is incredible. So I made a decision that I wasn't going to be selfish with it. I always want other people to win. I always want other people to have success. Like, that's my goal. That's always my goal. That's always my passion. And for 2 years now, people have been like, are you trading? Are you trading? I really want to learn how to trade. Are you trading? Are you trading? I was like, no, I'm not really trading right now. No, I'm not really trading right now. Listen, the doctor is back. I'm trading again. And I'm teaching these kids how to trade. They're going to be wealthy entrepreneurs. I understood this, that if I was going to produce millionaires, it wasn't necessarily going to be while they were in school, before they graduated. It wasn't necessarily going to be through just a business, right? Because of the different challenges that you face. But it could be using the market. And it's easy to have your money multiply, right? Because when you trade, you have the opportunity, the unique opportunity to turn 10 cents into $1. Come on now, where can you do that? It is incredible. So my kids and I, we're starting to trade with $50, starting with $50. And we're just going to grow our money systematically, in a very disciplined way, grow our money. That's it. Right? We're not trying to make it complicated. We're not trying to have huge accounts that we're trading from, but we're teaching them discipline. Now, listen, I know you may not be a 5th grader, 6th grader, 8th grader, 9th grader, or any of those things, but you may want to learn how to trade on the foreign exchange market. You may want to learn how to tap into this $6 trillion industry. If that's you, definitely get with me. Get with me so that I can help you learn how to do that. You know, I had this group that God, like, I want y'all to understand everything I do. Listen, God is so amazing. So I had a group. God told me to start a trading group, and it was called Pips, Praise, and Profits, right? We would get up. We would trade the London session. That's one of the early morning sessions. And we would listen to praise and worship music and worship God while we were trading and set the atmosphere and tap into the heavens. And it was incredible. And I'm excited because I'm going to start back. You know, it's something that happens when you're in the presence of God. And, God is unlimited flow. God is unlimited supply. There are many people who trade. There are many people who can teach you how to trade. There are many people. And that, I take nothing away from anybody, right? Everybody has their value and everybody has their space. But I know there are some people who are called specifically to me. You're tapped into me. There's something about my voice that moves you in a particular way, right? And if that's you and you want to step into the trading space, you want to learn Forex, if you want to learn how to make your money make money for you, all from the comfort of your home, using your cell phone, then definitely, without a doubt, you want to connect with me. This next season is my best season. Everything in my life has turned around. Everything in my life has changed. Everything in my life has expanded. I'm walking in expanded overflow and abundance. And my goal is to plug in with people who need expanded flow and abundance in their life and teach them how to tap into it, whether it's through creating online courses or speaking or your business and business strategy or trading on the foreign exchange market. Let's create a holistic plan for our expansion, a holistic plan for our life, a holistic plan that makes money not an issue for our lives anymore. If that's you, reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Listen, if my sixth graders and seventh graders can learn how to trade, even my fifth graders learned how to trade, you can learn. I don't care how old you are, you can learn. It's not a get rich quick. That's not what this is. This is a skill set that can pay you for a lifetime if you learn it. But you got to learn it. You got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to explore. And you got to be willing, to listen, to be coachable, and to develop your discipline. If you are not a disciplined person, you will lose your money. I'm just telling you. So, you need to understand that. You need to understand that this is a place that requires discipline. So as I've been exercising discipline in every area of my life, you see I'm sweating, working out, discipline, right? Changing my eating, discipline. Cooking more, discipline. All of those are disciplines. So naturally, stepping back into trading right now, this is the time for me because my discipline is at an all-time high, and it's getting higher. If you want to learn how to trade, reach out to your girl and let me help you learn how to trade. Listen, I'm telling you, you can tap into a $6 trillion industry, $6 trillion industry. There's plenty of money to go around, and you don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to deal with anybody. If you don't want to, you can simply trade and let your money make money for you. Listen, you guys, don't let your dreams die. Just because somebody didn't recognize your value, just because somebody said something that hurt you or did something that hurt you, don't let that be the thing that takes you out. God is a God of restoration and a God of healing. Get restored, get healed, and get money. Get money. You guys, happy Rosh Hashanah. We're going into a new year. Let's go in right. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Mwah. Be blessed.